Hello, good morning YouTube. Welcome to my channel, A New Day 365. My name is Jim. I am a recovering meth addict. It's important that I say that over and over again. Not so much for me anymore. Like I know where I'm at, and I'm not ashamed of that. I'm not ashamed of being an addict. Um, but I say it for other people. I say it for people out there who might be struggling because you know what? I used meth for a long time, almost about 20 years. About 20 years, right? And I used it before it was even crystal meth. I used it when it was speed, a yellow pasty substance. It wasn't crystal meth, it was just methamphetamine, right? Um, and at one point I was a needle user. I injected it for a long time. It was my fucking go-to method, actually. For the last while, it was just smoking in the pipe, because eventually I realized, whoa, this is hitting me just as good. Um, and yeah, I was a hopeless case. I was what seems like a hopeless case, right? You can ask anyone that knows me; they'll tell you how fucked up I was, how spun out I was. I'm not ready to make my confessions, right? Some of the crazy shit that I did, but believe me, especially this last relapse that lasted 6 months, it took me out fast and hard, and I did and said some things I'm pretty ashamed of. Believe me. But I know in my heart that it was because of the drug use. It was the psychosis, and it was just the fucking insanity that came upon my brain. Um, the good news is there does seem to be uh, it doesn't seem to be permanent damage, right? Right. Um, once the drugs are put down, the psychosis goes away. Uh, and as long as I'm aware and I work on it, the craziness goes away too, right? Uh, I'm not permanently crazy. Thank God. So let me bring it down a bit because I'm getting a little bit excited. I should try and speak slow and clear, and that's going to help me. No, it wasn't just meth too. It was alcohol. It was all drugs, right? My drug of choice was methamphetamine. But believe me, when I get my weak moments where I start, like, I think of anything as right. It's like, let's go to the liquor store. Let's, you know, I've popped plenty of pills in my life. I was a pill addict too. I liked the benzos especially, and things like Ritalin and Dexies, like all speed, right? I wasn't a fucking opiate user. Never an opiate user. I'm not a fucking. I don't like. Anyways, I was just always a go fast kind of guy. I've smoked crack, and I smoked crack for a while, and you know what? I didn't. That was another thing I didn't like. Like I didn't. Whatever. It, my drug of choice was crystal meth, right? The fucking, and it's one hell of a drug. Let me tell you, one hell of a drug that will destroy your life very, very quickly. It did mine. A few times I've had quite a few rock bottoms. I learned one time that I don't respect my bottoms. I don't. That's what someone told me, a counselor one time, but I don't think that's it. I don't think that's it. I think it's just. I don't know. I don't know. But when I'm not in the right state of mind, I relapse. When I'm not aware, when I'm not present, when I'm not grateful. Gratitude is the biggest thing, right? Without gratitude, without being grateful for something in your life, in my life, then I get miserable, right? And I'm grateful for a lot today. First and foremost, a God that loves me, right? And we don't have to get into it. It's not about religion. It never was about religion. Not for me. It's about knowing that there's a creator that created me, right? I'm not a fucking monkey. I didn't evolve from a fucking monkey. If you did, that's fine. You have that. Not me. Um, yeah. So it's September 14th. I am 29 days sober today, right? 29 days. It's pretty good. Tomorrow I'm going to be a month. God willing, right? I mean, there's 365 days in a year, 365 new chances. It's 24 hours in a day where I can choose to make the right decision or the wrong decision, right? And all it takes is just one slip of mine to make that wrong decision. So God willing, tomorrow I'll be 1 month sober. For the first time since February, I guess, because I fucked up in March. So this is good. This is great, right? I'm on my way. I'm gonna do this 11 more times, and there's my second year. God willing. This is a meditation video, so I'm just gonna get right to the readings. Daily reflections. Peace of mind. To relay the matter before our sponsor, spiritual advisor, earnestly asking God's help and guidance. Meanwhile, resolving to do the right thing when it becomes clear, cost what it may. 12 Steps and 12 Traditions, page 86-87. My belief in a higher power is an essential part of my work on step 9. Forgiveness, timing, and right motives are the other ingredients. My willingness to do the step is a growing experience that opens the door for new and honest relationships with the people I have harmed. My responsible action brings me closer to the spiritual principles of the program: love and service, peace of mind, serenity, and a stronger faith are sure to follow. Okay, this is important. Step 9 of making amends is very important, right? It's those things in the past that keep me sick. All those rotten thoughts I have about people, all the stuff where I know I've intentionally or unintentionally done harm to others. And sometimes they're little things, right? Like, I don't think there's one person in my family I haven't, like in my immediate family anyway, that I haven't harmed in one way or the other. And it's as simple as, my parents have a certain expectation of and hopes for their child, right? They hope that their child will have a happy and healthy life. I've wronged my parents by using drugs, by making my life questionable, and the actions that I take questionable, by causing them worry, right? Sure, the emotion of worry is theirs. They hold on to that. But I still have to look at my part. And because of my actions, I led them there. They're responsible for their feelings. I'm responsible for the things I've done that caused them that. That's how it works, right? I don't blame anyone anymore, right? But I look at my part. And if all people could do that, the world would be a little bit better place, I think. And then, of course, there are other harms. There's, prior to coming here, I was spending all my rent money on freaking dope and online casinos, right? Like $2,000 in like a couple hours. Boom, gone, right? Ridiculous. And that's harm. That's direct harm to my children and their mother, right? That's rent money and grocery money that was taken from them, right? That's me. That's on me. And that's an amend I need to make in the future. There are other things. There are things, like I said, that I don't want to talk about. With time, I will. Because you know what? It's the acts of an addict. It's not me. It was the sickness, right? The thing is, in this world, we live in a world where the things we say can and will be used against us. So until I'm stronger and can handle that, I'm just not willing to go there. All right? And then from a new day, September 14th, prayer is not eloquence, but earnestness. Not definition of hopelessness, but the feeling of it. Not figures of speech, but earnestness of soul. Hannah More. Sometimes we forget the purpose of prayer. We may feel inhibited and even self-conscious in reaction to the eloquence of familiar spiritual personalities, Or perhaps we feel that our prayers didn't measure up to classic prayers in religious services or inspirational literature. For these and other reasons, we may feel on occasion that we're not doing a good job in communicating with our higher power. When we begin to think like this, we can remind ourselves why we pray and what it has done for us. In my own case, I began praying in desperation, out of a sense of utter helplessness. My initial prayers were little more than pleas to God for an end to pain. Although my prayers never have become articulate, they have become calmer and more sincere. They are offered not only during periods of crisis, but on a regular basis each day, more often as an expression of gratitude than of suffering. What I have learned over time is that the purpose of my prayers is to concede my powerlessness while reaffirming my faith and trusting God's power. My prayers are not always answered right away, but I invariably feel relief in the form of altered consciousness almost instantly. Thought for today: pray this day for knowledge of God's will and for ever stronger trust in Him. Right? Now, I let go of my ego a long time ago where, I thought for quite a few years, maybe in my late teens and 20s, that I was an atheist, meaning that I didn't believe in God. And I realized that was ego. Do you know what ego stands for? Edging God out. Right? How silly it was of me. How egotistical it is to think that I know better. That somehow man is the greatest thing in this universe. Silly to think that there's no creator. That's where I'm at. Anyway, listen, thank you all for joining me. Thanks for watching this video, because I've started making these videos in the morning when I wake up, and it's putting my mind in a recovery state, right? And it's a good way to start my day. I'm thinking about recovery, and this morning I thought to be calm. So that's going to be helpful for me throughout the day. I appreciate all of you who watch this. Please, if you know a struggling addict, just maybe show them this video, or because I'm telling you, I was hopeless. But we can change. Screw the outside world and what they think. They've already made their opinion on us. That doesn't matter. I'm going to change my opinion of myself, and I'm going to prove them wrong to me. I don't care. They've already made their choice, but I know better. Have a blessed day.